240. All right, Devontae Adams dropping 27 spots. It's a testament to Adams in the season that was widely considered disappointing. You're telling me. He still finished in the top 10 in receptions, top 15 in yards, and top 8 in touchdown catches, 8. As his former quarterback Aaron Rodgers once humbly stated, "Down years for me are career years for others." The Raiders' uneven QB play was Adams' biggest deterrent in 2023, but one of his game's slickest route runners preserved to make the top 100 for the 7th consecutive season. Yeah, I would say, without any doubt, the reason why he dropped 27 spots was just look at who his QB was. Jimmy G, I personally am a fan of Jimmy G. Dude fell off a cliff. I don't know why Jimmy G sucks now, but he does. He's washed. And then Aiden O'Connell, that's a rookie QB. What can you do? It's a rookie QB. He's doing his best. I wouldn't put necessarily so much blame on the rookie. That's more on Garoppolo and the head coach. There's a reason why they had an interim head coach gone full head coach because, oh my gosh, the Raiders were a mess last year. And it was fun and interesting to rewatch that through the Receiver documentary on Netflix because it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember. The Raiders did suck last year. They were struggling. And do I think Devontae Adams leaves by the trade deadline this year to go be a Raider? I mean, everybody who's a Jets fan is like, yes, yes. Especially, I think his name's Greeny and stuff. He works at ESPN. Huge Aaron Rodgers stan, huge Jets stan. So, I mean, he's already written it off that Devontae Adams is a Jet. I don't see it. Joe Burrow at 39, dropped 33 spots. Burrow started the season bookended by injuries, slowly due to a lingering calf ailment. Yeah, I do remember that happened, back at the beginning of August, and I was like, oh gosh. Here we go. I did have them starting 0-5, I think, in my prediction, because it's like, oh, if he's missing the first 5 games, they're not going to win. We know the stat when Joe Burrow is healthy, and people will ignore it, and that's totally fine. But when Joe Burrow is healthy, minimum they get to is the AFC Championship game. Sauce Gardner dropping 15 spots down to 38. Okay. Quinnen Williams at 37. He was not ranked last year, so he jumped way up there. Last season veered far off the Super Bowl course for the Jets hoped to take, but that had little to do with their defense. Yeah, their defense was still solid. Their defense, oh my gosh, their defense kept them in for majority of the games. Tua turned the ball over at 36. Perhaps more quarterbacks should take up jiu-jitsu. Tagovailoa began training in the martial arts. What the hell does this have to do with football? The result, his first 17-game season, a campaign which he helped Miami to its first 11-win season in 15 years, and his number 1 total offense in 29 years. His 4,624 passing yards also was top across the league. And wasn't his touchdowns too? Because I know he was in the MVP running there for a split second. I'm interested to see who's above Tua, because Tua did have a really good season. Did he disappear against the Chiefs? I mean, yes. Did he also disappear against Ravens and teams that are above 500? Also, yes. But statistically, he's still good. And I'd take, at this point in their careers, I'd take Tua over Dak, but that's just me. Jordan Love at 34. Wow. We're giving a lot of love to Jordan Love. Oh my gosh, I sound like an idiot saying that. Okay. It wasn't pretty immediately. Hell no, it wasn't. It was ugly. Weren't we 3-5, 3-6 at one point in the season? They better talk about this Thanksgiving game. But in the end result of Love's first season as a starter suggests Green Bay was miraculously hit on a 3rd straight franchise quarterback. From week 11 through the divisional round, Love threw for 2,616 yards and 23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, rallying the Packers to a postseason berth and delivering a shocking demolition of the Cowboys. Nobody was shocked on Super Bowl wildcard weekend during that span. The Packers were terrible to watch for the first couple weeks. I'll admit it, I don't care. I stopped watching the Packers after week 3 because it's they suck. Their offense can't get it going, nothing. I mean, it's we lose to the Falcons. Are you kidding me? But then after that Thanksgiving game against the Lions, that really caught their mojo. And yeah, they caught their stride. And then it was then they didn't they beat the Chiefs or something on that Sunday Night Football game? They just turned it around And it's like, okay, now here we go, baby. Because momentum's a huge thing, and that momentum carried them into the postseason where they dismantled the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. But Jordan Love tried to turn into a superhero against the 49ers, and I think the Packers can bounce back and definitely get to the divisional round again this year. Who they play? Hell, for shits and giggles, I'll just throw out the Eagles. Why not? We sadly find a way to choke it away. All right, Puka Nacua at 33. I'm okay with that. That's a good, solid pick just with how statistically he performed last year. Deron Bland. This is the one that, NFL's Pick 6 King ranks one spot off the number of the points he scored last season. Yep.